Tonight on Market Call, Gordon Reid, President and Chief Executive Officer at Goodreid Investment Counsel, taking your questions on U.S. equities. Hello, I'm Michael Hainsworth in for Mark Bunting. Welcome to Market Call tonight. The phone lines are open now at 1-855-326-6266. You can email marketcall@bnn.ca or send us off a tweet. Market Call is the show's address. Mine is Hainsworth TV. Gordon, welcome back.
Thank you, Michael.
As we talk about U.S. equities today, we were just, a point or so away from a new all-time high for the S&P 500.
Yeah, so close, but...
The word of the day is correction. It has been, for like 3 months now?
Well, it has been really for 2 years. We haven't had a meaningful correction since the fall of 2012. Mm-hmm. And I think what we've just gone through over the last few weeks is what we've seen numerous times, and these are the 3 to 5% corrections, and everybody's saying, well, this is the sort of the big one, the 8, 10, 12% correction, but there's so much liquidity on the sidelines that people are stepping in when they get any opportunity. And, it's a function of the environment that we're in. It'll end someday, but none of us really know when.
I wonder if that's one half of an effective strategy. We see the buying on the dips, which is preventing us from having a larger correction. But at the same time, ought we to be selling on the strength if we've had some significant gains?
Well, I think we're seeing some of that. There's still, if you look at investor sentiment, some fear in the environment. Bond buying, for example, still trumps stock buying, equity buying, which is, I think, quite surprising to many people, and including myself, when I see the strength of the market. Yet I read the statistics that show me that there are more aggregate dollars purchasing bonds than equities, and I think that's a very good thing. Bubbles that are created and excesses always are very rough, very turbulent, very hurtful, and the good thing about them is that although they happen, in the end we survive, and not only do we survive, but we thrive. And it's just a matter of how you manage your way through those environments.
Warren Buffett likes to talk about steak being on sale, buying when there's blood in the streets, all of that kind of stuff. In the event we do get a correction that isn't underpinned by the liquidity and the cash sitting on the sidelines, is there a sector that would appeal to you more than another as it gets discounted?
Well, I think you have to look at where the underlying fundamental strength is, and you're not buying stock prices, you're buying companies. So we would look to industrials and technology, certainly some healthcare, as being areas that have the wind at their back in terms of natural organic growth.
Would you be in Janet Yellen's camp and avoid social media and biotech?
I'm not sure why she's wading into the water in those areas. I think it's a dangerous thing to do. Let the markets price themselves, and I think any time you have someone with some element of moral suasion, some strength and weight, it's just not a good thing. It takes the natural course, and it changes it, although in the end it'll end up the same place. But in the meantime, it's just not a good thing for the markets.
When we look at the S&P 500 on an intraday basis, the FOMC meetings came out at 2 o'clock Eastern Time. The market tumbled into negative territory on this, I suppose, fear that maybe we'll see interest rates rise sooner rather than later, and then they regained the ground. What is that about?
Well, I think what it's about is the realization that although there's some talk that some of the Fed members are thinking that they don't want to wait too long, in the end, the hammer belongs to Yellen and the majority of the committee, and that will lead interest rates to be low for the foreseeable future. Certainly, I would say a year or more.
Let's take a break and come back, take some calls.
Sure.
We've got Gordon Reid here, President and CEO of Goodreid Investment Counsel. We're talking about U.S. stocks. We've opened up the phone lines. If you've got a question, call now. 1-855-326-6266. Tonight on Market Call, Gordon Reid, President and Chief Executive Officer at Goodreid Investment.